out, but it's the unkillable, right?
I mean, PL's out of the pool. In theory, they have a ban left, so they can take out the AM if they're worried about that. The Nyx Assassin would be left on the table for NaVi, but doesn't really fit into their lineup unless you want to slide Doom over into that one role. That's tricky.
Oh, this is such scary stuff coming out from VP. I mean, Dusa is one of those late game carries that can actually do some pretty sizable damage in the mid game,
oh,
in the early
God.
game. So.
And they could actually still drow 5th pick. I don't know that you do that here, but
it's dangerous with Clockwork on the field. Also, if Doom can close the... they could, but I don't think it's essential. I think Medusa is able to stand by herself. You don't need the buff up to make it work.
I just feel like NaVi absolutely okay, and VP will go ahead and take out the AM. So really, Nyx Assassin for NaVi, the only hero that comes to mind as a big Medusa counter, but I don't think he really fits in that draft.
AM was the big one, but they got rid of it. I thought VP would take Razor and just run at them.
They still could.
Yeah, he's nice against Doom too in the laning phase. You just keep shocking him.
I mean, that was an immediate Medusa pick after the Doom, because of course, if you have the Mana Shield on, oh no, I'm Medusa, I just got doomed.
Well,
whatever.
There's no target right now that Doom is going to be like, I need to prioritize this guy. Unless you're taking out Disruptor,
Omni,
so people can fight. Omni Knight would be good, but then you gotta close the distance to him.
You're gonna Doom the Omni every fight.
Yeah, but I mean, people think that that's good, but as an Omni player, that's like the dream, is that Doom is the one that wastes his Doom on you, because then your carries can do whatever you want. You're probably gonna survive that Doom, you know? He's not gonna, if he's chasing you down, that's fantastic. So, I don't know. I'm not sure that it's the right answer here.
So what, I mean, I guess the question becomes for NaVi, like, what's the best diffusal carrier left in the pool? Do you go Weaver here? He's got the Mana Burn talent now. No, Weaver's already banned. Mirana?
Maybe you take like MK.
Monkey King.
Monkey King is not bad. Monkey King is not bad.
Monkey King.
I don't know. It's not ideal.
You don't want to play Monkey King against Disruptor, though. I mean, his kit is just made for killing Monkey King.
No, you can dodge the glimpse.
You can?
Yeah, with the tree jump.
Oh.
So they do take...
Yeah,
I thought they would flip the order, which is why I said Razor. And I feel like NaVi, you take Monkey King or... I don't know, nothing else stands out really.
I think the only reason that you saw the order flipped is because of the heroes that had already been banned, with Weaver and PL already out of the pool, with Nyx not making sense in Navi's lineup. There's just... As long as you 5th ban the AM, there's no real good Medusa counter left, and you just lock it in.
Yeah, I mean, Razor is secure because in this situation, because you get doomed, you don't really care. You can outrun them. Like, your hero's really fast. The amount of lockdown that they have, as long as one person gets a force, it's okay. And this is the counter that they use in China for the Omni Knight and the Razor, because you can steal Static Link back. You can become your own Omni too. So I think that's the idea.
I think the Morphling pick is a good idea. I just wonder if it's going to be enough, guys. This VP draft to me is so strong in terms of the style that they play. We've seen the power. You mentioned some of the Chinese games. We've seen the power of that Razor Omni Knight combo. Really quick, guys, what do you see happening?
Virtus Pro, again, laning phase is going to be too powerful. I don't think NaVi have enough.
VP part 2, absolutely stomp this game.
Easy, NaVi. Omni Knight's garbage hero, and Morphling is so OP. Nerf Morphling. NaVi all the way.
All right, I gotta play the odds and go with VP. This looks like it might be a quick series. Can NaVi bring themselves back into this one? We're gonna send you over to our casters, OD, Pixel, and Fog, to find out.
Thank you very much, Nahaz. Indeed. Game 2 now of NaVi versus VP. I'm OD Pixel, and I'm joined by Fog. This draft from VP looks absolutely terrifying. I mean, you sort of looked at you'd sort of confused that they're allowed to get this sort of lineup of 5 heroes. It's very scary. NaVi, though, I kind of like what they're doing with the Morphling. I feel this is going to be one of those games where, you know, we've seen Morphling before, and it's won games, but he's ignored the ultimate. This time, you've got to make use of that, because as the panel said, there's so many good things that you want to be utilizing this on VP's lineup.
Yeah, we saw it in China. They were using it like specifically versus the Omni Knight, so you can steal those spells. So it can have a fit, and it's a bit elusive, and their only real disable is the Disruptor versus that, so you can see what they want to kind of go for there. But yeah, we've been talking about Razor, we've been talking about Omni, we've been talking about Medusa. How these are 3 of like the big winners, at least from what we've seen in the patch, and VP's got all 3.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go with a quick
scary.
rundown of the teams. NaVi, Crystallize will be playing the Morphling. course, we've got down bottom of the smoke movement. Seneko, Shadow Shaman, Roger playing the Doom. General on that core clockwork, and last but not least, Dendi on the mid lane Viper. Over on the side of VP, Ramses playing the core Razor solo. Once again on the Disruptor, Lil. Once again on the Undying. No one this time playing the Medusa. And last but not least, Pasha will be looking to save the day as Omni Knight.
Yeah, you know, I was talking about like they have like these super dominant heroes, at least from what we've seen in the patch. But then also, they have solo on Disruptor, and we saw what he can do on that hero in the last game. The mid-game just gets out of control. If you make mistakes, you get punished so heavily.
I think definitely the difference here, I mean, you sort of touched upon it when you mentioned one of the reasons why NaVi would want to play the Morphling this game is there's not really sort of a follow-up stun for the Glimpse. Sure, later on, you know, there's going to be the point when he has the levels, he can do it all on his own. It's a lot of cash, and it's solo. He can definitely sort of solo out heroes, but in terms of any of the other players making those sort of plays like Pasha was last game with the Nyx Assassin, it's not necessarily going to be quite be there in that sense.
No, definitely not.
So we'll see if NaVi are able to abuse that.
NaVi's going to get... Okay, they're only going to get 2 runes. Saw Pasha walk up and take the offensive rune versus the Morphling. So let's see what Roger's able to do with this Doom since he's playing it as support, and as you mentioned, it is General playing the core clockwork.
Yeah. A bit of a switch up in a sense that a lot of other teams would favour it the other way around, but NaVi, we've got a plan.
And we'll see the similarity, as usual, from VP, especially when there's an Undying. Dual mid. Can Dendi handle it with Seneko, round 2? Snake only hits 1. Good positioning there by NaVi in the start.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And as we saw last game, Dendi, he did manage to do all right in this sort of pressure in the laning stage. He did not get knocked behind. Things were a little different though, of course, with him on the TA that time around. We'll see how it does in the Viper.
Look at Pasha and Roger. They're just duking it out between the 2 towers at the moment. Because Pasha pulled the creep wave all the way there. So Roger's trying to get as much as he can to make sure the wave doesn't get fully denied. But that's going to hurt the Morphling. It's going to hurt the Morphling quite a lot. Roger's trying to salvage it, but look at the damage coming out.
I mean, Mystic Snake and
oh my
Decay
God.
is...
He's dead.
Well played indeed from no one. He's over the moon with Lil making that sort of a wow.
To be honest, it's a really hard lane for NaVi because if they stand together, not only do they get double decayed constantly, which they will because it's these two kind of like, you know, Viper's not really the longest range hero, neither is Shadow Shaman. No. You're going to get decayed and double snaked. So it's pretty much the dream for VP actually in this lane, in the mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue that these 2 heroes that VP have are some of the best in the book to go in this meta where there's consistently a dual lane going on. As you say, it's very good. You know that when you play against NaVi, 9 out of 10 times Dendi is going to have Seneko by his side in that mid lane. So pick the 2 heroes that can abuse this dual lane mid meta.
General, bottom, getting some heavy harassment from Solo. Might go down here, has the salve. Last tick though. Actually does bring him down.
And what a time to do it as well, just when the bounty runes are up. So we have to claim his life and his bounty rune.
The dream.
Absolutely so for Solo. Already looking to be a less than ideal start for NaVi in these lanes, both bottom and mid lane. Top lane though, Crystallize. He's getting the farm. He's top CS at the moment on the Morphling. And as I said, for me, it's just going to be all eyes on what this Morphling can do this game. How well can Crystallize play it? Like, if he is just play, you know, if he can play like an absolute god on the hero, then he may just be able to do it this match.
I mean, he really has to. Yeah. I think in this game, it's really all eyes on Morphling. Because Dendi, here Viper, you're getting heavily shut down right in the laning phase. 7 and 3 last hits. He's starting to pick up a couple under the tower. But Roger's unable to find rotations where he can actually find anything because it's just Pasha constantly pulling the wave behind his tower and farming it there. So Omni Knight's getting free farm versus a Morphling. And the mid lane as well. Do so free farming. So NaVi, now the adjustment's being made. Roger's starting to go bottom. He wants to try to help General out. Trying to make Ramses go over-aggressive here.
Getting a heavy static link, though. I mean, Ramses is going to take all the damage. General's trying to fight this, but there's a lot of right-click on this Razor. With the back of a solo locking them down in the kinetic field, General's falling low, and he's falling down. That's 1 down. And, I mean, I guess you sort of see the intention from NaVi there. They were hoping the battery assault would be enough, but that was a bit of wishful thinking that gets heavily punished, as you cannot make that sort of play against a safe lane Razor, especially when you don't know where the Disruptor is. If he's behind him, that's never going to go right for NaVi.
If they could have closed the gap earlier and gotten him actually isolated away from creeps with the battery assault, they might have enough magic damage to bring him down. But the fact that he gets away because of that movement speed plus boots, steals so much damage, and then, yeah, quick turnaround there. Uh-oh. Not a great start for NaVi.
They've got to stop those sort of kills going away on those lanes.
General looking for Solo. Solo already has boots. He's able to just outrun the Clockwork. Maybe Seneko gets the grab though.
Okay, this movement from the Shaman, that is going to catch VP off guard. And NaVi should be able to get themselves on the board here. Solo trying with some sweet jukes. But it's not going to work out. He goes down. So NaVi get themselves a kill as Seneko comes in with an unexpected rotation.
Yep. He's getting to regen bottom as well, so his mana pool is fully restored. Roger and Seneko making mid, but Courier is there, spots them out.
That shield on the Courier coming out literally at the last moment. Let's see what they can do mid. They didn't get the Courier, maybe they can get the kill. Iron to no one, he's low on the mana, they've got the shackles, they've got the control. Dendi comes in, NaVi get the Medusa kill.
Wow.
Very, very nice for NaVi.
That was really nice. Yeah. I thought that VP was going to back up, but that was, like, I guess maybe because the Courier was spotted, they were like, okay, they're not going to walk through, but yeah, NaVi. Much needed kills coming out.
Yeah, it's a big one as well. They have to keep this Medusa behind. They cannot let no one get the same sort of farm as he game on. Oh no, Dendi comes back in close and a Soul Rip. Decay and a Snake is more than enough for VP to quickly clean it up. So just as NaVi look to find a bit of fortune in that mid lane, it just slips away from them.
I don't think he expected Lil to have a Soul Ring, because he saw the Undying was out of mana, but yeah, Lil has a Soul Ring already in 5 minutes on Undying, so that quick surge of mana. And now Seneko and Roger, they're looking to continue this dual roam. Worked for them before. Going for no one here again. Seneko's able to close the gap.
There we go. Mass TP's good. You see the pings from no one there. He's like, boys, get yourself over it. The dive in me. And VP being VP, they've got the backup needed. Just one TP suffices this time.
I saw Ramses porting in too, so that was the safe lane Razor who started the TP. So that's a big threat there.
I mean, when that amount of pings come through, everyone starts to listen.
Yeah. I mean, it's a dive at the tower, right? Yeah. Top. They found Pasha here. They're trying to focus him down, but he is pretty tanky. He's got Repel as well.
Hey, he's just going to turn and start beating into Seneko. Just have to be careful with the Repel wearing off, but Purification's back up. He could look to try and Purify and go back in. Plays around on the edge of it. Meanwhile, Lil will finish off General as they come in onto the bottom lane. General was caught and controlled by Solo, allowing Lil to finish off the damage.
They found the glimpse on him there, down bottom.
But no one is getting bullied away again from this mid lane.
Yeah.
But still, Dendi is behind in the CS. Still needs time to catch up. Crystallize, as I say, he's continued to be the solid rock in this laning stage. He's the highest in CS at the moment. And now bottom lane, CP coming in from Roger as he has his eyes towards Ramses. Ramses, quite a bit of a right click stolen there. 73 at the moment, and Lil with the wraparound. Roger has to be careful. Does have the Scorched Earth, and with the movement speed, I mean, I'll say he should be fine. Lil looking to get very aggressive here, keeping Roger in general pushed back away from this tier 1.
I love the new animation of the DD. Look at that. They're actually looking for Roger here.
Terrifying. I mean, Solo's got the catch. He's got the glimpse into the field. They bring 3 heroes in. They surround the Doom, and Roger is gone. Ramses now on a killing spree. Lil and Solo survive. The aggression from VP that we saw in Game 1 coming into Game 2 once again.
7 minutes in, and they already have a ward on that high ground by the tier 2. So they're really looking to punish this bottom lane. Mid. NaVi does find no one, but he's got Snake. It bounces on Snake and the range creep. Yeah, lots of mana restored. Solo is coming in too.
Oh, has he got the glimpse though from that use down bottom?
Yeah, still on cooldown.
But at the end of the day, it's still just pushing NaVi away from this lane, making sure that Dendi continues to struggle to catch up to the farm with no one. Crystallize. VP for the most part are absolutely giving a very, very free lane to this Morphling. So they're not worried about Crystallize as it seems. And we'll see if that ends up biting them back.
They want Ramses down here. There's a rotation coming in from the Doom from behind. General is level 5 now with phase boots, so they do have the way to close the gap.
Oh, Crystallize actually gets the kill onto Pasha. Rotation from NaVi comes in as they bring Seneko. Finds the kill. Bottom lane. Ramses being gone upon, but he has the backup from Solo. He's man fighting up against General. Oh, Ramses will go down first. Ramses goes down. General as well with him. NaVi may be able to make sure that this is a 2-for-1, but they haven't got the control for Solo. Solo just keeping this Doom at bay. Roger's scared. He just backs away from Solo. I mean, it is a Solo disruptor. I do understand why you would be scared of that.
That's big there though for NaVi though. They kill the Omni Knight and they get bottom.
Yeah, this is
well. Nice moves.
Crystallize level 9. Goes with a skill build, maxing out the morph and the and the Waveform.
Yeah.
And he's got this stack building up as well, which will be very nice for him to clear.
Yeah, he does. Speaking of stacks as well, VP are stacking their Ancients at the bottom. We do see Rams again getting gone, but Roger's taking a lot of damage here.
So is Ramses. Ramses in trouble. Solo's going to be there to back him up. Can General finish it off? It can't quite. Roger trying for the chase down, but Solo's there with the body block. Ramses will be okay. Solo again, just enough to save that Razor. Seneko is down here though. Ramses has to be. Oh, Ramses! He reveals himself there with a right click across the tree line, and he gets zapped. He did not expect that one. I mean, he should have. That Shaman was ready to go. Seneko.
He was trying to bait them with the. He has 14 wand charges, so he's trying to bait them in more. But Seneko was just with the high damage ether shock too much for to expect.
Oh dear, bit of a mess up from Ramses.
But good rotation. The rotations from NaVi supports are on point this game.
Oh yeah, I already like much more what Navi's doing this game. Indeed, they're prioritizing the pressure on both Ramses and No One. Sure, No One is still in a good place, and Ramses as well. He's not suffering, but they're not sort of getting the free opening that they sort of did in game one, especially with the draft that they managed to pull through earlier.
Yep. They've spotted Roger. He's trying to do a cheeky play coming out. Ramses is there too. There's a TP available for the Doom.
And he will just go for it. Do they have the damage in time?
They get the
range. Solo. He's there. And he may just take the kill as well. He's not got the mana actually for Thunderstrike.
Oh, the
okay, Roger.
All right, Roger with a massive amount of space.
Yes, I mean, he draws the attention of 4 heroes, and he gets the denied to the neutrals. He'll take that. Roger.
Well played.
Well played indeed. More and more space for this Morphling. It's got to be the Crystallized show. I'm ready and waiting to see what he does when he starts to get active with the team. It's either going to be incredibly underwhelming, or it's going to be the most amazing thing we may see today.
If he doesn't get caught in Static Storm, he has pretty free reign in the fights. If he doesn't get like linked up as well, sure. We'll see though.
Yeah, I'm ready for the Crystallized show. He's been a very impressive player.
Look at the double stack coming up from the Undying Illusions. They have immense Ancient stacks coming out on the side of VP. They are prepping for No One to get that Mask of Madness finished on the Dusa.
I mean, and this is sort of the problem anytime you're sort of going for a farm war against the Medusa. There's no way that... Sure, the Morphling's ahead now, but as soon as that Ancient stack's gone, No One's going to be right back at top. Unless it's going to be this Morphling getting the kills, it's going to be very hard for him to keep up with the farm.
Yeah, Seneko, this is a solo Shadow Shaman taking out this bottom tower.
He's doing it.
That is very significant.
They do get the catch onto General, though. Solo, again, with the Glimpse play, grabs the Clockwork back in. No One will get the deny on the tower down bottom, but the tower still falls nonetheless. And General will lose his life.
I mean, the fact that Shadow Shaman's able to do that and take a tower is really nice for NaVi. That's a lot of space.
Oh, is he going to try and stack those Ancients one more?
It looks
like
it.
It's a big stack. Is he going to be able to do so? It's sort of on the very edge. Oh, that was close, but that's a hard stack to pull off yet again. It's already pretty damn massive.
He thinks it's blocked now.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Solo would not mess up a stack.
Top, Pasha getting chased out here. There's a Doom available.
They'll drop it. Denny with the wraparound has the Viper Strike. Crystallized ready to join in the action. He'll take the kill. More money into the bank of the Morphling.
Getting those last hits on Morph early game. Very important. Look at his net worth. 6,200. Almost Lincoln's done too. No One getting isolated by General.
This would be the dream kill for General. I don't know if he's going to get it because backup is there. No One falling low. Lil leaving that Sora to the last possible moment, trying to get as many units as he can around him. And we'll save No One. They'll drag back General. Shackles there for Seneko though. NaVi do have their numbers as Roger comes through. Lil in the midst of the cogs at the moment, looking towards General. Ramses goes in with the plasma field, bringing General down low, does claim the clock kill. Can they get more? They've got the Thunderstrike onto Roger. I have the Storm Pop, but Ramses, he can't get up to the high ground. Seneco's there guarding it, and look who's turned up. Crystallized. He's here with the rotations. Comes in onto Ramses. Repels there from Pasha. Will it keep this man alive? The body blocks as well from Pasha. Holding Crystallized at bay. Purification's there to top Ramses back up. Ramses, he may not be fine though. Dendy's there with the wrap, and they find the Viper Strike, but the GA comes out. Pasha doing his best to save his lineup. The Magical still bringing Ramses down low with the Corrosive. It's gone. Ramses is down. NaVi find the kills that they were looking for, getting the action secured for Crystallize, taking down Ramses. But what a valiant attempt there from Pasha, trying to keep everyone alive.
I couldn't tell if did the Mango save No One there? Because he popped a Mango when he was very low on the Dusa when he was getting focused by that Clockwork, and then Pasha and the rest of the backup comes in. But Either way.
It may have been a combination of that and the
It was
Soul
a combination of
yeah,
the
I think you're
double
right.
things, double of those saving him. But Navi, with those quick collapses.
They're getting the Ramsey skill. They're bringing down this Razor. And Crystallize, I got to say, he's doing it with these movements.
Yeah.
Getting involved in these sort of kills. Lincoln Sphere's complete. And we'll see it again here, actually. There's a play onto no one. It looks like he's already used the Mango. So it's just the one charge.
No, someone used it on him, I mean.
Oh.
Ready, watch.
Oh, he did,
Mango.
Lil!
And I think that saved
You
him.
were right.
I'm pretty sure that saved him.
Oh, he absolutely did, Lil. Mango delivery service. Oh.
That was pretty cool. And in the meanwhile, we did see Solo just get picked off there by the Clockwork. But this fight, Navi, already in this game, you can see they're having much better teamwork. Everybody's showing up to the fights. They're all turning up right away. Great movements coming out from them.
Yeah. This is... Navi's, they've woken up from game 1. This is them turning it up and really putting VP to the test here in game 2. This wrap around mid, Navi looking to maintain control. I mean, yeah, the ancient stack is going to be the big point of contest.
But they've already taken out both bottom towers. They have access points into this jungle. And with Clockwork, they have a lot of ways to actually just pierce in.
All crystallized. He'll miss the waveform. Doesn't look like it matters though. A couple of right clicks will do it. Solo pots the 1 charges. They've got the vision with the rocket flare. And there we go. 1 more blast. And he's got the waveform back up in a second. It will be a slow death, a painful death, but it's a successful death. A kill for Crystallize once again. The reign of this Morphling continuing.
Now again, punishing into Pasha. The Doom comes out, but he has the repel.
And with the TPs coming in, Ramsey's there as well. Navi back off. They do not want to take this fight. Ramsey's is going to do his best to make sure they have to. Goes in with the static link. Roger. Will still be fine then. Has the Ogre Frost armor.
There's no Solo. He's the only catch. The Disruptor is the only catch on the side of VP at the moment.
And as we were saying, with the quick timing on the Lincoln Sphere, Morphling, that's a hero that's going to be very hard for Solo to catch.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy at all.
And they've already, like we said, they've already pierced kind of into the way of VP's jungle. They've gotten down aggressive wards. And yeah, they can contest these Ancients if they want to. They don't have vision on the Ancient though.
Oh, they're trying for the stack again. Let's see if he gets it this time.
No, they're getting... Oh! No.
No.
They're too clunky.
It's a harm one. No harm in trying though, of course. No one's still yet looking to take it. And this is the thing, of course, having the Medusa, VP, they can play sort of the long game. They can get to this point where no one's massive. It's, Navi, they do have ways of breaking the base for sure. But regardless of your lineup, it's never going to be easy or fun against a stacked Medusa. And no one, he's still on par to being that massive snaky beast.
Yeah. And now he's going to start on those Ancients. Will Navi contest, or will they just try to
There's
split up?
4 in the neighborhood.
There's 4 in the area, and Seneco's going for top tower. Look at this Shadow Shaman just constantly shoving in the waves, constantly going to threaten these tier 1s and tier 2s.
Some very smart,
yeah,
smart movements from Seneco.
You have to maximize, right? If it's like contesting the Ancients might be a bit too hard, you have to get something else out of it in the meantime. So you see Crystallize is now doing Ancients, Dendy's farming mid, and the other guys are kind of just staying in the area in case something does happen. But it's keeping all of VP as a unit. Look, there's 4 of VP heroes standing around those Ancients to make sure that no one gets them.
And now Navi are moving in. There's still some of the Ancients left. No one and Lil hiding the tree line. Look at the Vibe Strike down onto Lil. Purification comes through, bringing Dendy down low. They put the GA as well. Dendy forces himself away. No one popping the Stone Gaze. Navi keeping themselves at bay. Looking to re-initiate if they can.
Solo's dead. Like, that's the big gain there.
And look at this. Crystallize becomes the Omni Knight. She can't pick him. Just morph him. And they will take some of these bigger Ancients off the back of this as well. As you say, this is just Navi.
Yeah, they're really playing incredibly well this game. Their movement is on point.
I think if you were a Navi fan in game 1, you still had to respect the team play from VP. And I think this time round, if you're watching as a VP fan, you've got to certainly admire what Navi's being able to achieve, especially with this draft and against the lineup that VP have. It's a very scary lineup, but Navi coming into game 2 with many more answers than they had in game 1.
Yeah. I mean, this looks like a completely different team from the last game, to be honest, from Navi. Just their movement across the map. Like, Seneco and Roger have found kill after kill after kill, making movements to each lane while making space for Dendy and Crystallize to farm. I mean, General, too. You look at his net worth, and he's the lowest on Navi, but he's 1, 6, and 5. So he is running around. He is making those space. He's making those aggressive moves. Top.
There we go. They do have the catch onto Roger. Roger is going to try and run himself away. The kinetic field's down. They'll shove Ramses forward. They've got the chase. They've got the kill. Roger's down. General with his Invis rune. We'll see if he can do any sort of setup for any fight that Na'Vi look for, but looks like they're not interested.
I mean,
just continue to split the map up.
I'm just enjoying Sineko's playstyle right now. He's literally just farming lanes, dude. Now top general.
He's opening up. But Dendi gets glimpsed back because he got the damage in time. He does. They do get the kill onto Lil. General trying to run. Kinetic Field's down. Understrike as well, Solo.
Look at Sineko bottom.
Yeah, he's on the tier 3s. They've got to TP people back, but Crystallize is there. You have to cancel that TP. Solo knows he can't go in, otherwise he'll get blown up straight away by this Morphling. 19 minutes in, Na'Vi doing a lot of damage. Sineko's falling low. He's manning up. He looks for the shackles. He actually finds it, but there's no way he survives that one. No one will clean him up. It's a lot of damage done to this tier 3 tower, though. This Shaman
dude, he's putting in
getting
so much.
away with absolutely everything this game.
What's his last hits, too? Let's take a look. 54 last hits on Shaman, too. So, yeah, he's literally just like, I am full split push. I'm building Aghanims. First item. I push.
Solo? What a general. I mean, he was thinking about going for the play there. But there's a lot of heroes around, and yeah, you'll see them now. He'll hookshot himself back to safety.
Nice.
Gets himself away.
Buddy system right there.
And blade mail complete as well for the Clockwork. A lot of money being racked up on no one's Medusa, though. The farm's still good for him. But the same to be certainly said for Crystallize.
Yeah, he's going to have a good amount of targets to be able to burst down once he gets that Ethereal Blade, the shotgun, as we do like to call it, versus the Undying, versus the Disruptor. Can be a big problem. They have to find ways to be able to save these guys. Like, Solo needs a cloak, he needs some health items to make sure he doesn't get bursted, because as we've kind of beaten to death, he is the main disable. He is the only one that can really lock down that Morphling until they start itemizing to disable him, either with some hexes, some orchids, etc., something like that.
Yeah, they do have the repel, but of course, Pasha can't save everybody.
No.
Link Dagger also complete for Roger now. So they are going to have that instant sort of setup. If he can get that Doom onto the Omni before anything comes out, these fights on paper could look to be very easy for Na'Vi when it comes to the 5v5s. Middle lane, keep pushing in. See how Na'Vi react again. Look where they are, they're down bottom. They say, you want to push in mid, we'll head down bottom. We've got the Shaman wards back online. They'll go in, take the creep wave.
And look at them, they're running in.
They've got to run back. I mean, Sineko's almost certainly dead here. He's going to try for the TP out, and in fact, he may just make it. Solo doesn't have the vision, he's gone. They get the tier 3 tower.
Solo used Glimpse on the Morphlings Lincolns too, so he was able to.
And Na'Vi lose absolutely nothing for those sort of plays. They can just go for that. It costs them nothing, and it costs VP everything. Having to react as a 5-man, not even being able to get a catch or keep that tower up. And now the shrines are exposed, and Crystallize very, very close to having the E-Blade complete. 21.5 minutes in, he was totally left alone in the laning stage. They only had Pasha sort of trading farm with him up in that top lane. And now at this point, you kind of have to ask yourself, should VP have looked more towards the Morphling problem early on? Because Crystallize has the potential to do the big things that his team needs him to do this game.
Yeah, like VP, pretty much what's happening is they're getting split up. They want to take head-on engagements versus Navi's lineup, but it's just not able to happen because of the movement from Navi by Sineko.
Get Sineko this time. They'll catch him, but I mean, to be fair, if you're a Shaman and your wards are on cooldown, you're probably not even mad about being dead.
Especially if they commit Static Storm for you. They just have to commit Static Storm to kill a Shadow Shaman. Like, that's very significant here.
Now we get the tower, VP. General, he's on the side. I mean, Na'Vi are looking to poke at this. They're still pushing in, regardless of the fact that the Shaman's down. I mean, they know that the right click from Crystallize, they can still do a lot. Bit of a glimpse back onto Roger. He is trapped in the field, but he's big. Where's the disable? It's not necessary. They do have enough damage, which you would hope so with 5 heroes going in onto one target. But only just, and as we see there, you know, they have to make those sort of plays as 5. If there wasn't 5 heroes there, maybe he gets out with the TP.
Crystallize has full Ethereal Blade up, and goodbye, Solo. He just got it delivered on the courier.
Yeah, one of the painful ways of finding out that item's done. Quick 2-shot to the face.
And he's already sitting at 215 agility. Lots of deeps.
In the lane, Sineko. Oh no. I mean, surely he needs help. He's not going to get it. He tries his best for a cute little play. I mean, Dendi he's around. He's eyeing this up, but he'll know that Ramses does have backup behind him. So we'll not go for any too sort of crazy play. And Crystallize, he's going defensive as well with the build. Lincoln's BKB, if that BKB's there, he really shouldn't die. There's no sort of surprise burst that's likely to catch this Morphling off guard.
Yeah, I mean,
there is definitely not the control.
Yeah, he's pretty much unkillable with BKB, unless he makes some huge mistake.
They're hunting. I think they did get a bit of a vision, but they didn't have the time for the glimpse, so Crystallize able to box down bottom.
They're continuing the split push with those boots of travel.
And they know that they can absolutely fight whoever comes back to defend. Smoke up from General. If he sees a target, quick hook shot initiation.
It was spotted, though. I saw no one was pinging him out when they did that smoke, because it caught the Morphling as he waved for him through the creeps. Okay. So they do know that at least the Clockwork is smoked, but not sure what that'll prevent them from doing. And NaVi, again, another shrine cleaned up, Crystallized. Map control heavily in favor of NaVi. VP really suffering. 4K gold advantage for NaVi. Experience, pretty much even, but...
And they're very close to having the Ag stun on Seneko. Few hundred gold, and that point booster will be there.
Look at that.
As we say, you know, there is a Medusa. They have that high ground holding potential. They can keep the game going, but the question of actually being able to turn it around when this sort of momentum is being built up by NaVi is a bit of another question. Sure, the Medusa's going to enjoy going later on in this matchup, but the Razor maybe a little less so.
Yeah. VP. Having to play pretty defensive. They can't make these aggressive offensive moves that they could last game because the map control has been dwindled and they just lack the catch this time around. There's not this Nyx assassin stalking around like last time. It's pretty much like if Solo's not there for the kill, it's not going to happen unless NaVi's in like a very weird position. And Crystallize just continues. This is over and over again. Pushes out bottom, bots into another lane, pushes that lane out.
Nearly Lincoln's on Ramses, trying to gear up to the point where he can afford to go in on the front, at least try and find that static link onto the Viper and maintain that control.
Yeah, I think Dendi just got a full BKB. It's coming down the courier too, so he's going to be incredibly hard to bring down. NaVi.
I mean, I think it's a little interesting that Dendi does go for the BKB here this game because, I mean, I'm sure there is a lot of magic damage, but I don't know, maybe would have liked to see a bit more right-click come out from this stage. I guess they feel confident in relying on the mass amounts of damage to just come from the Morphling.
I think he just wants to be that heavy frontliner, right?
Sure.
And soak a bunch of the attention out from them so that the Morphling can just go to town in the back. I mean, Crystallize is also about to have a BKB too, so he will have no risk of just going around the map and killing people. And look at Solo's item build. This is what I was talking about. You need to do this. You need to go for something like a hood, cloak, etc. to deal with the Morphling shotgun so you don't just get bursted instantly every fight. But now NaVi, they have lanes in a good position. They're all grouping up. Do they want to smoke? They actually don't have one. Okay. They actually just all ported together and they just want to go together in a lane. So Dusa does hit that level 20 timing that we talk about a lot. Is the plus 800 mana. So a lot more durable. Gets spotted up by the rocket. NaVi might position themselves maybe for a Roche, try to get a pick off with that first. Get some good vision so they can start it out, and yep, that looks like that's their option, but VP is watching this. They do have a ward there. And they contest this. It's not going to be easy with those fresh BKBs on the Morphin Viper.
See what VP can do. Hook shot straight in onto the back lines. He's looked towards Pasture. Static Storm's down. The cogs sort of splitting VP up, making it hard for Solo to get involved. He's already popped down the Static Storm, but BKB's there from Crystallize. Crystallize is fine. The Doom's down onto no one. He's still at full health, though. They can't kill this Medusa. General is going to get taken down there by Ramses. Now the ult comes out. They'll back up, trying to kite no one. But overall, VP, they're certainly taking control of this team fight. Seneko will get chased down. They've got the glimpse back. Of course, Solo's there with the catch onto Dendi. And VP find 3 heroes. NaVi denied their Roshan. Pasha does indeed end up going down on that bottom lane as Crystallize was pushing in, and he comes in alone, gets blown up.
So they doomed no one there.
They did. They dropped it on the Medusa.
Everything on him, and he was just perfectly fine. I mean, they also have ridiculous sustain coming out from VP. If there was like a healing meter there, the mech from Pasha, the purification, the soul rip, there's actually so many different things that just pop that Medusa up to full health.
We'll see it again here.
And that's the BKBs that started ticking down. I think that the dooming on the Medusa is a mistake. I think you have to go for the Omni Knight in this type of instance because he got GA off. They actually all have to run away during their BKBs, and then the fight becomes a bit split and awkward. It still isn't a huge loss for NaVi, but now the Medusa has overtaken that Morphling in net worth.
Yeah, and it's not the quickest rush. So NaVi do have a chance to get back in there. It's going to be close. I mean, can they get close enough? They'll go, General. He's in. He's in with a hook shot. Can he go for some sort of a steal? He's falling low. No one will claim the kill. And it looks like at the end of the day, that Roger tries. Oh, he gets it, Roger! He's in and he's out! He snatches the Aegis, gets himself away, and bottom lane, range racks are down. Crystallize finds the split push. They are looking to try and control him. He's got the BKB, no TP for 20 seconds. It was the courier that was just sitting outside of the base. Crystallize, he'll turn, solo, getting blown up. There's the combo. Loads of heroes looking for this man, but BKB's there. He'll continue to walk. 10 seconds until TP, and he's got backup. Roger and Dendi, they're ready to come for Rogers. Oh, he's got to get out of that one. He's going to be chased by Ramses. Roger with the Scorched Earth. He's going to be fine. Does still have that stolen Aegis that he was able to grab there with that blink into the pit and the 4-star, you know, just drifting it out of there in pure style.
Beautiful, because then Crystallized bottom as well claimed the range rack. So during that, they split their resources up very nicely on the side of NaVi.
They just bring the chaos, and it's working.
Yeah.
I mean, because as you say, you know, VP with that fight where they take 3 heroes, they get into the pit, they do get the Roshan kill. If they were able to get the Aegis, they could have looked to try and start going for these tier 2s themselves. Maybe you know, at least the tier 1 down bottom, but denying that Aegis from themselves and getting it onto your own lineup it's a huge play for NaVi.
Definitely. Bottom, Pasha. Crystallized looking for him. With the mech. Is it going to be enough? Pasha's trying to TP out. He will be sneaky.
Yeah, nice little juke spot there. To get Pasha back out to safety. How's Crystallized doing in the money after the BKBs? But yeah, starting to work towards the butterfly.
So we mentioned how it's like, you know, solo is the only disable, and then we said they have to itemize to get the further disable. So it looks like Ramses will be the one who goes for that itemization.
Yeah,
He's queued up a hex.
You
he has to.
You absolutely do. You really, really do now. 4K lead for NaVi. No one, and Crystallized still sort of toe-to-toe in the farm. And the defense can be strong for VP, as I keep saying, but not when it's split up as it has been, with the way that NaVi are able to separate VP across the lanes. Crystallize. A quick blast onto mid. No one will be fine. He's got full backup. Roger actually comes in and says, oh, he gets the Doom on Pasha. This could be big if they can take the fight. No one puts the Static Storm, but solo. The Static Storm there catches 3. Crystallize puts the BKB, but NaVi, they've lost the Aegis on Roger. They've lost General. Crystallize trying to get stuck in. He's looking towards Ramses. Pops the Linker Sphere, but no one's cleaning up. He's already got the double kill picked up on the Medusa. NaVi trying there with the best of intentions. They get that initial Blink Doom onto the Omni, but still the rest of VP very, very large. They have that sustain elsewhere. The Medusa is massive, and VP can still take the fights, even without that Omni Knight, as long as solo, you know, he goes down, but again, he gets these static storms that just cause terrible nuisance for NaVi in this team fight.
No one is spotted here by NaVi's lineup, but he is starting to walk away. Should be okay.
Let's see. He's gonna head out, and Crystallize has got eyes on him. They are trying to close this, but a little too far, surely.
Yeah. The fact that the Medusa and the Razor are just actually so tanky on top of the heals, because then if Omni is doomed, they still have Spirit Vessel plus the Soul Rip coming out from the Undying. And not only just that, the Flesh Golem is actually putting in quite a lot of work. The damage amplification that comes out, the Morphling jumps in and he's right in the middle of the fray. So he's actually taking quite a lot of damage from the Razor and the Medusa during those.
I mean, this year really is the thing. You know, Crystallize, he kills the Disruptor, but then what does he do after that in these team fights? He's got to sort of build for the right click as well, and he is doing so, as we say. He's got the Eagle Song picked up.
Yeah.
As he continues to build up the agility of this game.
Dendi's having trouble getting into the fights, though, to be honest. He walks in, he gets linked, he has to kind of run away, he has to pop his BKB at an early time. It's just hard for him to fight into this Medusa. Stone Gaze gets popped, Eye of the Storm gets popped, and a Tombstone and Flesh Golem, and he's like, walking into this is kind of difficult.
Let's see what they can do as VP. Certainly doing their best to try and put NaVi back in their place.
Yeah. So big items that will be coming out next is, of course, the Hex on Ramses. And then I guess like the Lincoln's probably on the Omni Knight would need to be the next biggest one. He's a long way away from it on the Omni, but that's going to be massive for him to deal with the Doom. Well, on the side of Navi, I mean, Butterfly is going to be the big one for sure on that Morphling. And then Viper's items, I mean, he's going Halberd, but that doesn't really help his damage aspect. They're kind of, we were mentioning it from the start, it's a lot on the Morphling. It's like the Morphling show this time around for him. Really
Oh, they've got their eyes on Solo. And Solo is gone.
Bye-bye.
Anytime that Disruptor's out and about and crystallizes in town. Very, very simple kill for the mid lane. Looking for the setup here with the wards and the shackles. They're going in on the Omni Knight, and they're going to get it. Seneko with a quick heads-up play, and they're chasing for more. Jumping for Roger, 4-star, 4 from General. They're chasing down Ramses. Can he get out of there? Looks like the backup from Lil.
Oh,
no, this Ranger, this shackles, Seneko. Oh, it certainly has been the Seneko show, as it were, this game. Doing a lot. No one will turn around, look to take Seneco's life, and he will find it. Then he pops the BKB, the rest of Navi do get away, but look down bottom, crystallizes there, and he gets himself the melee racks.
It was all a trap.
He's got to be a little careful. Yes, he does go for the TP out with the strength. He is more than fine. But indeed, Navi back to making these plays, splitting them up, catching VP off guard, and I mean Seneco's aggression there, absolutely beautiful. Setting up for kill after kill, and 2 massive ones, Pasha and Ramses.
That was
you can't ask for anything more from your Shaman.
That was pretty much because he picked up Aether Lens. Getting that extra cast range so he could grab Pasha on the high ground there,
definitely.
then afterwards grabbing the Razor. Very nice plays coming up from Seneko this game. 4 and 6 Shadow Shaman with 122 last hits.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's been
pushing those lanes.
Yeah.
Nearly level 18 as well, so we'll see there's even more potent wards come down. And VP down, which is that they've got that tier 2 in the middle lane, bottom lane totally cleaned up by Navi.
So now we are getting a couple level 25s coming out. I think it's the Medusa now has it, the split shot modifier, and I think Morphling is very close to having what we see usually is the double waveform charges.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. We've seen how good these evasive skills are this game. And an extra one to it, and now we have it indeed, as you say. It's picked up. Even slipperier.
So Pasha, I think, realized he's not getting Lincoln's, so he's just going for Aether Lens. He's just going to worry about his positioning in the fights. He's not really getting to farm at all. If you look at, just looking at the net worth, look at this Omni Knight, Undying, Disruptor, bottom 3, and then it's a whole lot of Navi's heroes until we get to the Dusa Razor Medusa, or Dusa Razor Morphling. Butterfly finished up now. They have to itemize for that. Getting an MKB out next, probably on the Medusa is the goal, and I actually think no one has it already. Okay, he sold the Mask of Madness, and he has finished up that MKB. And oh, a DD.
Oh, all right.
They get a hook shot onto
he does
Pasha.
indeed. He finds the catch. Doom's there straight away onto Pasha. They're trying to bring him away, but the chase down's there from Roger and Drenel. They crouch him out, bring him down. They'll also get the touch onto Ramses. Quick blast from Crystalline takes him. No one comes. Oh, this
Oh
DD!
my God,
Oh,
damage.
the DD! Oh, the damage! They've got to run. They've got to hide. Navi have lost 2, maybe even more. No one chases down. They'll wait for away on Crystallize, but Navi did lose 3 there. That double damage rune doing a heck of a lot there for VP.
Base DD rune.
Oh. I mean, they still lost 3 heroes themselves, but no one knows. Anytime he's able to turn up like that and clean up that big, it's scary for Navi.
Dude, he just force-staffed, or Hurricane Punked into 4 heroes
And
just
just went to town. We'll see it
wailing
again
on him.
here.
But look at this. Since the Hex has been picked up on Ramses, I think he's died every single time.
And
Just
here
instantly
comes
gets
the
first
big
hit.
old Medusa. Look at this damage just pumping out. Navi, they have to scatter. Crystallize does keep himself alive.
Did you see what Crystallize did there? What actually saved him? So he turned into the Undying, dropped the Tombstone, and then soul ripped himself, and then turned back into the Morphling. That was a cute little play coming out from Crystallize there.
That is some next level stuff.
Because I saw the tomb, and I was like, wait, wasn't that right Tombstone? No, oh, okay.
Well,
Dire's middle
VP,
tower is under attack.
they may just have to hope for some more double damage runes.
Yeah, that was
How's that?
was the dream.
Yeah, it really was for no one. 9, 1, and 7 on the Medusa, and off the back of that fight, he's top. He's top of the charts. Overall 6k gold lead still there for NaVi, but this is definitely a game that could go on with the way that these teams are playing and the way that VP can hold. I mean, sure, they may continue to lose racks, lose lanes, but with the Medusa, the stronger creeps not as much as an issue for some other cores, and of course VP can still hold and push those lanes back out.
I think we need to see Ramses go for some more some more tankability. I think he kind of needs to have like some kind of BKB or maybe just like IF Scotty, something so he can survive this onslaught that keeps happening to him. Because he just keeps getting bursted down in every single one of these fights. Literally, since he picked up Hex, I think he's died back-to-back twice. He hasn't even gotten to get it off in a good position. So it is a bit tough for him. They grab him a gem on the side of VP, so they are trying to take control of that map because NaVi has been very aggressive, and they've been really taking advantage of their vision game. They constantly push the lanes in, so they force reactions from VP, and then they take fights around their vision that they place after that.
See what the plan is next. I mean, it may just be... Yeah, Roshan General's got his eyes on it. The dream thing would to be once again draw VP to the pit, have Seneko go in the side with his wards.
Yep.
But VP doing everything in their power to make sure that that sort of play isn't possible again. They're actually hunting for Seneko here. They'll drop the scan. They know he's around, but he's already out. Seneko seeping out just in time.
Space for the Roche. NaVi's in the pit.
They'll have no trouble cleaning this one up. VP, they are starting to head over. I don't know if they can do anything in time. They have very, very low sort of initiation potential. They'll drop a static storm at the mouth of the pit. And NaVi are more than fine to just keep to the side of it all. No one going into the center of it all, trying to kick things off. Pops the Stone Gaze. NaVi just keeping their distance. Oh, that dude, Roger! He gets the Omni Knight. Pasha has to back off. Shiva's guard popped as well. Roger's in trouble though. The chase is there from Ramses and no one. They have claimed a second. Now Crystallize trying to go to work. Pops the BKB, trying to bring down this Medusa, but he can't do it. He's too big, this Medusa, and with the back of a Pasha can now re-engage after the Doom's worn off. NaVi is starting to lose hero after hero, and they're going to lose potentially Dendry as well. He forces up to the high ground. No one trying to chase. Oh, he gets the Scud. No, he doesn't. Oh, that Ghost Scepter may have just saved Dendy's life. No, it looks like the snake is too fast. Medusa continues to chase. He's got the cheese, and that will put no one off when chasing, but still. Losing 3 heroes like that. Crystallize came into the center of it all, but his impact there feeling very minimal. This Medusa is absolutely massive.
Yeah, she hurts. And now she's got another 6k gold on top too. Crystallize, they lost Aegis, they lost Cheese there from NaVi. So even though they just killed that Roche, it was quickly gotten rid of. So Moonshard eaten by Dusa, and I believe Crystallize bought the full Eye of Scotty right after that engagement happened. And he's hunting for somebody here. He's hasted. He's gonna find.
I mean, oh,
it's Posh.
My goodness, that damage. That was an Omni Knight.
But he's got 300 agi.
I mean, sure, I guess the maths checks out.
Yeah.
Quick maths, quick kills. Crystallize.
Look at that, 2.2k damage from Waveform, Adaptive, and Ethereal Blade.
We'll still need a little bit more than that, though, for this Medusa.
Yeah.
Saying this is the issue, especially with that Manta. Making it very hard to get the sort of damage onto no one that they need. 24 to 29. Looking for the catch. No follow-up.
NaVi smoked up right outside the base here.
Maybe trying to use Crystallize as a bit of a bait. At the same time, they're looking for the split again. Seneko, he's headed straight up to the top lane. They want to just try and get the pressure on one of them. Seneko, he'll head up top, and I believe he's dropped the wards. Snakes are dropped up top. Ramses will be there to try and clean up. And VP, for the most part, looking to deal quite well with this sort of split pressure.
They found Seneko.
Yeah, they get the kill as well. These sort of split plays definitely getting harder and harder for NaVi to pull off as this game goes on, because VP are at a point where one lane, it can absolutely just solo be defended by no one, and the rest of VP can deal with the side pushes coming through.
You just confused me. You're like, can be solo defended by no one, and there's a player named Solo, and there's a player named No One.
They do love their tricky names on VP.
They do like doing that.
Can NaVi somehow break through this?
Roger's got an invis
defense
right now. He is on the prowl here. Is he going to be able to find anybody?
Could start. He's got Pasha's close. Oh, no, he's going to jump straight forward. Look for the Razor. Does manage to proc the Lincolns and then get the Doom down, but questionable really how much NaVi can do with that. They have to back away, and Roger may not be given the chance to do so. The catch is there from Solo, glimpsing Roger back into the kinetic field, and Roger's down.
Crystallize instantly tried to take advantage of this, but quick TPs all coming out from VP. They won't be able to find anything.
I mean, that really has seeming to be what the game has sort of ended up being. It's just a game of Crystallize and Seneko trying to look for those split pushes.
They know
they
he's
are
around
hunting. He's got that 2 waveform charges.
They're still pinging him out. No vision.
Very, very hard to catch. They were close. They were close there. You've got to give them credit for that.
Any other level 25s coming out just yet? Razor very close.
What have we got on him? 100 attack speed?
I think so this game.
Yeah.
The current interval is... meh.
Yeah, I mean, is there
We'll
anything
see,
big
though.
you're looking to purge?
Not really this time around, no. There's not. You're not versus some kind of like Omni Knight or something.
I guess there's a Ghost Scepter on Dendi, but it's... whether it hits that target it's not.
Yeah,
it's not really the best thing to rely on. 100 attack speed. That is a lot of attack speed.
It's pretty much a moonshard.
Yeah.
This game might go for quite a while here with the way that it's been going out here. That bottom Rex has been taken out for a very, very long time, and the way this Medusa is hitting her maximum, Morphling hitting his maximum.
Yeah.
Is Morphling a guy? Yeah, Morphling's a guy, I guess, right? I don't know, whatever. She's genderless.
Probably genderless, isn't it?
I guess, just water.
Just water.
Got a deep voice.
It's true, actually. Yeah,
I don't know. Oh well, whatever. Morphling, we'll just call it Morphling.
It's an entity.
It's an entity. Fair enough, we'll take that. VP, well positioned on top. They've starting to put wards out further away from their base.
Oh, Ghost Scepter TP. Goodbye. Seneco's gone. Crystallize. Looking for the quick blast, but not quite enough.
Solo's got a pipe now. He can survive that. Crystallize forced to BKB and TP out.
Really, it's just a game of cat and mouse for NaVi here with the way they're pushing these lanes.
Yeah.
Can they slip up VP once again? It's getting exponentially harder for them as the game goes on. As VP's defense and, as you said, the way that they're built, very, very good for this stage of the game. And
yeah.
Very hard for NaVi to continue to do what they were doing earlier with their draft.
Looks like Ramsey's going to have that MKB picked up quite soon as well on the Razor. Picks up Boots of Travel, though. Really suits the pace of the game. Just that constant split push action. VP.
Well, let's see if they can get involved in this, Seneko.
NaVi just put down a ward on the high ground there. So they do have vision of all VP coming in.
And they're backing away. Doesn't look anything will kick off there for now. Kind of looking at Denny as well, the way he's sort of been building and playing. I mean, I wonder, is this a game where you may even take the Nether Toxin silencing over the 120 damage at 25?
The Nether Toxin silencing is very good.
It could be nice this game, yeah. We'll see if Dendi does up to do so. I mean, with the way these build, it's sort of more this utility vibe, but up top. Crystallize again, looking for the damage. It's hard for him to do so. It's not an easy kill. He does still get it. Now they're coming in, trying to chase him. Oh, they do. Ramsey's Hex. Setting up for the chase down. He's already up in strength, though, and back to the shrine. NaVi's there with the TPs in. Roger, jumping forward. Again, throwing down the Doom on the Medusa. It's not really going to do anything. I guess it puts VP off from trying to find a fight, but it's not really going to set yourself up. Unless they find the hookshot like General just does. Catches Lil on the back of the retreat. He's able to force up, but that does not mean he's getting out.
Seneco's trying for the rat, but he gets spotted. Will he survive? He'll be okay.
I mean, he got a decent amount of damage done to the tower with those wards.
They got top tower.
Yeah.
The double catapults do take that one out.
All right. NaVi continues to make these sort of plays, and indeed, yeah, 100 attack speed taken for Ramses as he hits its 25.
So hard. I mean, it's just so tough to kill the Morphling at this stage. Like, double waveform, just so elusive. Incredibly tanky as well. Eating a Moonshard as well now on the Morphling with another 5k gold in the bank.
Yeah, he is absolutely set, Crystallize.
Yeah, I think Navi's still pretty happy, though. They're getting these slow siege opportunities happening over and over again by Seneko.
Definitely. I mean, the game is certainly still in Navi's hands, but VP also have the potential to turn it around with the lineup that they have, with the way that they can hold. This game is not... They're not going to give this one away easily, VP.
Nope.
As yeah, no one continues to be absolutely massive. He's sort of running out of things to buy himself with the gold that he's got now.
Yeah.
I mean, where can this man look to go? I guess he could sort of get a BKB in as a 7th item, slot it in and out in the fights.
Maybe more damage. I mean, honestly, like the thing is that his Hurricane Pike is so useful for him to get into the fights. That it's like, what do you really want to replace? Like maybe the Manta, but the Manta's kind of useful to remove the Ethereal Blade, and it also gives movement speed and decent, damage. But we'll see which one he wants to go. Crystallize has a DD.
Oh, General. Hookshotting in onto Solo. Static Storm's down. They're already trying to disengage Na'Vi. BKB popped by Dendy so he doesn't get glimpsed back. But they do catch General. Ramses forces forward.
They see Seneko bottom. They're pinging him like crazy.
I don't know if Seneko gets out of this one. They're hunting. He will go. Okay, the Ghost Scepter TP may just save him. And indeed it does. The lack of catch that VP have, meaning that Seneko can continue to go for these sort of plays and lose his life on very few of them.
Pasha has now queued up 8 Tomes of Knowledge on the Omni Knight. Really wants to gain those levels.
All right, he's a smart man. Get those books in. Oh, this game is...
I think we're in for a long one. I really do.
Like, can Na'Vi put an end to it? It's looking very, very, very hard for them now.
What's no one going to buy? He's got the rapier.
Oh, he's done it. Okie dokie, ladies and gentlemen. Second game of the first series, the major. We got a rapier purchase. I don't know what's going on over in the Liquid Fnatic games. Maybe Envy's done it over there. You never know with the Envy games.
He just makes his way into the pit. This is a refresher shard. This is a refresher shard too. That's really significant.
I mean, he's taking it quickly.
Na'Vi does seem like they know this is up. Everyone running to the pit now.
Oh my goodness, Roger, he's in. He's around the outside of it all. We've seen him do something big before.
Crystallize is going for the split.
Can he do it again? That's the question. Crystallize does indeed take down Solo. There's the jump. Roger goes in. Does he manage to grab anything? He doesn't by the looks of it.
Nope.
They picked up everything. Crystallize indeed trying for the split. He's trying to fight up against backdrop protection. The creep's now moving in. We'll take it off, but VP, they're back in time for the defense. Mid lane, though, tier 3's gone. Seneko gets the playoff. He's desperately trying to take this. And with the shackles, the wards continue to do quite a bit to these racks. It's not enough, though. Crystallize looks for Pasha, but the Glimmer Cape allowing Pasha to get away. VP now trying to chase down Ramses. Shoves himself forward with the Hurricane Pike. But Crystallize should be fine. Throws out a quick stunt. Puts Ramses off guard. And
Ramses got Aegis and Cheese, and then Lil grabbed the Refresher Shard. We'll probably see them swapping the items around. I don't know who's going to really take whichever one, because Refresher Shard, of course, amazing on Omni Knight, which that's probably the most likely if they gave it to him.
You bang on. Yeah.
But I think the Razor one could also be significant too, because double Hex, double Eye of the Storm could be quite nice.
Oh, you're right, actually.
We'll see. We'll see if they switch it up and how they decide to prioritize in the next.
I mean, I guess he doesn't have the Ags, but still, I mean, just for the fights.
Yeah, it's still really significant.
It's a lot.
We'll see. I think for now, I think it'll just stay on top of the Omni Knight though, because just in theory, you look at that one and that's the best.
And look at the 25s as well. I don't know if we noted it, but Dendy did end up taking the silence. He did take the silence. Have we seen any other 25s soon? We're getting close to that territory. Undying. I mean, would you take it? Do you take the literal undyingness, or do you just take the decay cooldown? I feel like you just take the decay cooldown, surely.
You can have 3 tombstones down in a fight. I mean, it's also if you die and you don't have buyback and you can run away. I think the reincarnate one actually has some pretty significant plays.
I mean, it maybe so as well in a game that's starting to go at this sort of a slow pace, where 200-second cooldown isn't actually too bad in a game where it's sort of hit a bit of a roadblock. Yeah. Maybe less so now that there is that rapier, and as we saw, VP do have the fruits of Roshan in their armories.
Yeah. VP trying to get aggressive with this Aegis Cheese Refresher Shard, but Crystallize moving his way toward top. He's going for the rat. The split push constantly.
I mean, he's going to need creeps. He can't fight through backdoor protection as it is. General. That's the catch onto Ramses here. Ramses, as we say, though, does have the Aegis and the Cheese. We'll see if they can even bring him down once. They look towards Lil. Lil drops the tombstone. Crystallize trying to finish him off. Pasha's there with the save of the purification. Ghost Scepter as well. That's going to be the Undying Fine. And with the Hex turnaround, Crystallize is in trouble. Has to waveform away. They've caught Roger on the side. He tried to get involved, but the damage from no one too much for this Doom. Roger's down for 80 seconds. VP continuing to have this incredible strength in the mid lane. Top lane creeps are pushing him. We'll see if Crystallize tries again for some sort of split, but with the items on cooldown, it's unlikely.
No one hits so hard. 853 last hits on this Medusa at 52 minutes
I mean, as we said, as we've been saying pretty much for the whole game, it was always going to be at this point where the Medusa would be a problem. I mean, there's a reason why this hero is incredibly favored by a lot of teams at the moment. It is that it is that escape plan. You know, sure, if you struggle in the rest of the game, as long as your Medusa's finding farm, unless there's obviously the certain heroes that, you know, we saw in the draft were heavily taken out by VP that can cause an issue for Medusa late game, you are going to have a good time when the game sort of hits this 50+ minute mark.
Yeah. He can start buying some backup rapiers pretty soon.
can.
He already has another 9K.
Is it going to be buying Moonshot? Oh, he's actually going to buy
He can give
Moonshot
Moonshot for someone else, yeah.
I was going to say, ever since that was added, very rarely, even when there's a lot of money in the game, do we actually see players do that. They seem to just, you know, they don't care about their teammates.
Of course not.
But no one's going to pick one up, and I guess what, you send that straight over to the Razor?
Yeah. We'll probably be seeing him grab wards and stuff soon for his team, though, because I think there's a lot of significant items that can happen on the supports. Like if there's an Ags on Disruptor, that can change a lot, and we do see him give that Moonshard. 2 Ramses, they're hunting. They're looking for Crystallize here.
Oh, Crystallize. Yeah, let's see if they can find him. Crystallize just on the edge of it.
Crystallize has switched from the Butterfly since they both have MKBs on the course, and he's gone for the Daedalus. I don't know if that's pointed out, too.
I mean, I guess what, he keeps the Butterfly because when it comes to hitting the racks, he probably switches the Butterfly back in.
And Flutter, you know, everything is but useful. Dendi, we haven't been able to talk about him too much. He has queued up a Bloodthorn next, so he's getting closer and closer. But he's having just a hard game as a Viper. He can't get into the fights. It's tough. Tough game for him. And a DD bottom. Crystallize does find that, so he's, you know, just hitting for a casual, you know, 700 damage.
Snakeo's got an arcane rune. He'd love to use his wards if he could. He is going to head back up top, try and push that out. VP, they are sort of splitting into 2 separate groups here. Lil moving around with Ramses, trying to deal with his split push. They had no one and Solo in the mid lane. But as soon as anything fishy goes on, they TP straight back. They know, you know, VP, they can hold this game indefinitely.
Yeah.
There is no need to make any sort of rash plays. They know it's pretty much impossible for Na'Vi to close it if VP just stay in their base, or at least on their half of the map.
The big things that can happen, though, is like if Roger is able to get super farmed on Doom, we see that double Doom can be coming into play and stuff like that, too. That's quite a ways away. He's itemized for Halberd and Boots of Travel first. Halberd to break the Lincolns, since there's 2 of them on the cores. And look at this. They're actually... I see some pings coming out on top of no one, but I think that was actually Solo. Roger was setting up for him, though.
I mean, it's such a hard kill to go for.
He can't do it by himself by any means.
I mean, he's got to back off. He's teasing with it. He's playing. No one actually trying to chase this. He wants to get this kill with a Divine Rapier. Damage is close. Doesn't quite get it. Pasha comes in. Na'Vi now have to get out. They've stuck around a little too long. In general, does he really want to try for this? He's got the Rocket Flare. He'll go over the hook shot, cancelling the TP. But do they have the damage? He's popped back. They got the Doom after this. And this is perfect for Na'Vi. They're going to be able to bring down no one. Rapier hits the deck.
Crystallize has the Rapier now. And Pasha.
That kill there. And now the buyback comes out for no one. They have to throw everything back at this. The Lotus Orb keeping the Omni safe. Solo gets taken down though. Ramses has the Hex on General. They had to be so careful how they poke and prod at Na'Vi with Crystallize having that Rapier. We'll look towards Ramses, pop the Lincolns, but I mean, that catch from General.
That was such a good bait play by Roger.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm pretty tanky. I can take a couple hits from the Deuce. I force him out really far away. Look at Solo. Solo's pinging down there saying, like, you were alone. So Roger, really good bait play coming out. Boots of Travel 2 coming out from the Morphling, and they're able to just isolate that Dusa.
Yeah, and perfectly getting that sort of knockback as well on the cogs. Otherwise, no one, he would have had the chance to get the Stone Gaze out at least before the Doom came through, but just perfect utilization of the disables that Na'Vi have to make it so that they can bring that man down. And that's now a man without his Rapier. Crystallize, of course, with it in his own hands, and I mean that is certainly going to add to the structural push if he can get himself in position. Second Rapier will of course come out for no one. He had the money.
Sold the Manta.
And here we have it. This game. 2 Rapiers in the game. What a dream indeed. Refresher Orb actually purchased by Ramses. We talked about the strength of having that refreshing capability.
Yeah, it's double Hex, double Eye of the Storm. Can be very significant.
Oh boy, they can't let no one go out like that. As we said, you know, they can hold forever when it comes to the base, but if they go out and get caught out alone, that is what Na'Vi's looking for to put a closer on the game.
Yeah.
And of course, yeah, that's something as well with the waveform attacks targets. Having that with the Rapier, you just waveform through the heroes and they take a lot of damage from this heavy right-click morph.
He one-shots creep waves too, with each waveform.
Oh, easily so.
Yeah, easily so. for quite a long time, but yeah.
Yeah, it's getting crazy that no one, he can't go out like that.
VP.
I'm sure they will have learned from their lesson though, VP.
It looked like they wanted to smoke up, but I actually don't know if they have any left, because I see Solo has one in his quick buy. I don't see any on their heroes, though. They have to just wait, though. I think stalling out for the Medusa buyback to come back is probably the more important thing. So as we look at the buybacks, it's 5 minutes and 35 seconds till Medusa buyback. And not really too many other available.
No. And this game, Crystallize still yet to die. It's 12-0-5. You know, I was saying, I was looking for him to do something amazing, and I think he's certainly qualified for that.
Yeah.
Sure, it's not been the flashiest. His team have been making fantastic plays around him, but he's been this position one that's never been caught out of position. He has all the money, all the items in the world, and that is exactly what NaVi were hoping for when they drafted this Morphling this game.
Yeah. I mean, if he gets a couple lucky crits during that waveform and stuff, like, he can actually kill the Disruptor pretty much instantly with the waveform.
Definitely.
I'm looking for that. Top. They are looking for him. They've got a ward on the side. They've got that, I guess you can call it that, like high ground tinker ward, whatever you want to say, to look for that split push from the side of VP. They're looking, just keep their lanes pushed out, wait for that buyback for the Dusa, be as safe as possible. Aegis. Roche will be respawning in about 50 seconds. Then the Bloodthorn finished up, Ethereal Blade finished up on General. I think Seneko hit level 25, so he's got more ward damage.
All right.
Plus the ward max HP from level 20 as well. Some pretty significant talents coming in.
E-Blade, of course, been a recent pickup for General. Let's get Glimmers back. He'll shot himself out of the field with the Hex. Can he actually get out of that one? He'll E-Blade himself, has the protection from those right clicks, and that will save him.
Yep.
That Ghost form doing a lot this game from the E-Blades.
Seneko was porting bottom and trying to go for the rat again.
Refresher Orb next in his shopping list.
VP, very much so on the back foot this game. 29,000 gold advantage for NaVi.
Yeah, that Rapier still certainly playing a big part of that adding to it, but it is there.
Oh, look at DD and into the Roche pit.
Oh, I mean, Roche doesn't stand a chance.
2,100 crits, 2,200, and it's dead. All right.
There we have it.
Doom now has Refresher Shard, and he can actually purchase a full Refresher as well. So we could see 3 Doom targets.
The triple Doom.
I haven't seen it yet. I have not gotten to see 3 Dooms in a game.
Would he have the mana for it, though? It would be close, wouldn't it? 375 plus 500, it's like what? 875 plus 250, 925, 1125. He would.
He's got like very close.
He would have enough.
Like Scorcher plus all 3 Dooms, and he should be okay.
Oh, he'd have enough.
As long as he's full.
Yeah.
As long as he's full.
Yes. Yeah. He's got enough. The maths checks out.
Oh, and he gets, okay, so level 25 Doom as well. This one becomes very significant. The Infernal Blade, 8%.
I mean, talking about the Refresher, I think one of the part of that being the fact that Refresher Shard has no mana cost.
Oh, he actually gave it up. He gave it to Seneko, so he's looking for the double wards. Here's one, Refresher Shard, second set of wards.
Okay, time to push, says NaVi. They lay it down on the top lane. Can they clear out in time? They've got that attack speed on Ramsey, certainly helping clean out these wards. Fortifications pop, though. The Racks still take a heavy bit of damage afterwards. Not quite enough to bring down the melee Racks. On the side, though, General, he's got the catch straight in with the E-Blade. Static Storm's down. They'll force Solo down to the low ground. The Cogs push back as well. Crystallize set up for the kill. Solo's down for 70. No buyback on the Disruptor. They're having to hold 4 versus 5. No one actually out of mana. He's probably going to want to go back and refuel. But he knows at the same time, as soon as he does, NaVi may just try and poke their heads in again in this mid lane. And look at that bot up top.
Gets the racks.
He knows he can waltz in and with more than enough right click, take down those racks with no trouble at all.
Waltz is definitely the right word now. He's sitting at 320 movement speed on Morph whenever he puts his boots in his backpack.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a slow dancer.
Yeah. EP though, slowly but surely losing all their buildings. Crystallize takes out top, double waves away.
The Mega Creeps looking to be inevitable with just this mid lane left. I mean, maybe we're gonna need more rapiers. I think. No one. You may need the second one. We need everything in terms of damage. They need to be able to to punish Na'Vi at any sort of misplay that they make. Having fun with the Lotus Orb, as it were. A 32k lead for Na'Vi. 35-30 in favor of VP, but the net worth, the damage, it's absolutely all going Na'Vi's way.
Yeah.
It's Na'Vi looking to push this series to game 3 in quite a spectacular fashion. This has been a brilliant start to the day.
And they're staying right at the face of VP's base, so VP can't really run out and keep farming
VP
it.
trying to come out.
Right.
The Hex, but these mass forces taking him apart, making it hard. Dendi, he jumps in, but he gets Hexed immediately. Dendi's gone. Dendi's down for 100. VP, they would love to try and find something more of this. They've got their eyes onto Crystallize. Crystallize waveforming away. Force forward from Ramsey, trying to chase, turn towards the easier target. Takes the kill onto Roger, but Ramses is solo. Crystallize comes straight back in, gets the kill. Buyback from Roger. Na'Vi wanting to throw as much as they can in here. They've dropped the walls down. They've claimed the melee racks in the middle lane. Only the range racks remain standing for VP. So sure, Na'Vi, they lose a couple of heroes, but they get Ramses and they're getting these racks.
Yeah.
I don't think Dendi's too worried about going down here.
Yeah, always a neat combo you see coming out is he gets hexed and then they glimpse him, so they can't actually do anything to remove the hex, and then he gets glimpsed into out of position, so even if he BKBs, gets Ethereal Bladed, gets Ghost Sceptered, etc., he will go down to the damage from VP. But yeah, Na'Vi still getting the bigger gain there. They get the melee racks, and VP starting to... I mean, they've been under the gun, but very pressured. We see the second,
there's the second. I was hoping for this. Now, the question is this going to be a backup rapier? I imagine it, but I don't think he's going to have it on him as 2 at a time. How's the buyback looking for him? Is it coming back online for that one?
Yeah,
it is back there, so almost certainly just going to be a buyback rapier, unless he does want to try and roll with 2 dual wielding. But no, looks like he's going to go with just. Oh, he's going to dual wield.
So he's just going to be the turret.
All right.
The immobile turret, 308 movement speed.
I mean, I don't think they're going to want to leave their base anytime soon, VP. It is just going to be around playing this sort of full base defense mode.
Yep. Crystallize jumps in. He's looking for the Rex. Oh.
That's an Aegis down. Can they kill him a second time, though? That's the question. They don't have Ramses with a lockdown. Static Storm's there. They've got the control as well with the kinetic field. They'll get no one into the midst of it all. With these double rapiers, they're bringing them down low. Crystallize, still alive for the time being. The Stone Gaze is effective being waveform forward. He wants to take the racks. He does get it, but he will almost certainly pay off his life. As he falls, so does Roger on the Doom. He's down for 110 seconds. But they do get the racks. So that's the 3rd rapier. VP now have control of all 3 rapiers.
Yep.
It's turning into one of those games, ladies and gentlemen.
It is indeed. Ramses picks it up this time.
All right.
So Disruptor now has full Aghanims picked up, finally, on solo. So that actually can put a big play in not allowing those BKBs to get off from the Morphling. I mean, that could be pretty significant.
Maybe a bit of a frustration play there for Na'Vi, because Crystallize throwing himself in like that for the racks, you can't do that. Getting the Mega Creeps at this stage doesn't really change the game for VP.
It puts a lot of threat. It's going to keep those lanes very heavily forced in, but VP can handle the Mega Creeps.
Oh, look at the side of it. They've got eyes. Seneca will drop the wards. Can Na'Vi put a stop to this? It's 3 versus 4 at the moment.
They just don't want VP to hit the base. They don't want Morphling to have to buy back. It's pretty much this. So they're hookshotting creeps, doing anything they possibly can to just cut those creep waves. No one is just staying at the base, pushing them out, waiting to be able to boost travel, join his team.
Okay. Boy, oh boy. Mid lane Dendi. He's got his eyes on Ramses. Ramses coming out. And Ramses ready to move up to the base. Dendi opening up onto him. Not enough damage, of course. Ramses forces himself out. Killed up by the Soul Rip. Come in. Cleaning out the creeps. Fortification will be popped by Na'Vi, and at the least, as you say, they do manage to protect the buyback on Morphling. Crystallize does not need to buy back for this defense. They actually find the Hex onto Ramses. TP coming through as they bring no one in with the upgraded bots. Oh! That's going to be General down. He has to buy back. Seneko Ghost Sceptering him, trying to back away. No one just heads forward, pushing Na'Vi back. Can they really stop this push of the triple rapier effort that VP can put together? The GA comes through, but still, that's Undying down once. He has that Undying talent. He's going to be back for round 2. They've opened up onto Ramses. Ramses falling low. Can they finish off this race? They can. Razor's down. Now Dendi turns towards Medusa, but the Stone Gaze comes through. No one shot forward. He's been disarmed. Dendi, he got the Heaven's Halberd off in time, but it might not matter. Dendi and Seneca having to keep their distance. Mass buybacks coming out from VP, but this could be a dieback. They have the shackles. Crystallizes there with the damage. It's a dieback from Ramses. He's come straight back in and he's immediately out. The lockdown's there from the Shaman. The follow-through damage more than enough from the Morphling. And now they're without a Razor for 2 minutes nearly.
VP were trying to go all in there. They started hitting
really
the tier
were.
4s. They took out one of them.
NaVi will hold.
That was a good play coming out from Crystallized too. He BKB'd instantly as he TP'd in, so the Disruptor ulti actually did not affect him. Could have been a bit of a problem. And we do see Solo now. I think with his first Rapier of his entire career.
He's got the... What's he doing with the Rapier?
He's got a Mask of Madness too. Give it to him, Solo.
Oh wait, did he pick it up when Ramses died the second time? Oh, the first time, of course. Oh my goodness. Rapier, Mask of Madness, Disruptor. I mean, it's...
Come on, I love it.
I love that. I absolutely do. If there was ever, as you say, a Disruptor player to deserve these sort of items, it would be Solo.
Look at him killing those mega creeps.
That's terrifying. This is quite the treat.
So that last fight was really big determined because of the double doom coming out from Roger. This time around, he doesn't have the double doom. He doesn't even have the single one just yet for 50 seconds. They're trying to force something before the Razor comes back,
It's
but don't think
so
they can.
hard to do so. I mean, what they're pushing into Mash Rapiers. Sure, Crystallized does have...
What's this Courier buying? I see
his
Courier
own-
flying over.
Getting anything exciting?
It looks like it's
A
a
Hex or...
new Manta. It looks like that's on the docket for
All right.
for no one.
Okay. Oh, man. Still, this game could absolutely swing either way. We saw there, if NaVi make a mistake, VP can take their base with incredible force. The same to be said for NaVi, especially with Refresher Orb on Seneko now as well.
Yeah.
And they're going to get roached by the looks of it, and I don't think VP are heading out for this one.
I mean, these fights are going to be absolutely nuts every single time because there's so many refreshers coming out.
Oh, is he going to get to do the triple Serpent Wards?
He might.
Surely, I'm sure they give it to him. A level 25 Shaman with Refresher Orb and Refresher Shard. Let's do it.
Let's see.
Yeah, he drops the gem, he picks up the shard.
He's got okay.
Yeah. Triple Serpent Wards. Oh, I hope VP's base is ready.
He still has Tranquil Boots in his inventory, though. He's got to stop that. Come on. Come on, Snake.
Oh, boy. Have they got fortification back up on VP?
Dude, he barely... Actually, he doesn't have mana for triple Serpent Wards. It's 600 each.
Oh, actually, that is a lot. You're right. He does not have mana.
He needs
2175.
Yeah,
he does not have mana for triple Serpent.
Does he have mangoes coming out on the courier or something? He needs something, but...
Maybe he didn't do the maths.
Maybe he'll drop 2 and then wait a second, then drop the 3rd.
I mean, I guess, it's still... He's got a decent amount of mana regen, hasn't he? Actually, no, not really.
It's pretty little.
It's not
pretty
great.
low.
Actually, yeah, starting to question how useful the I mean, as you say, if they can hold it out and just going in quickly.
Double is insane amount of damage.
Oh, absolutely. Anyway. Absolutely.
VP smoked up. They're looking to try to catch him off guard here. Solo does have the Aghanims, as we mentioned previously.
Oh, can he get the catch? NaVi on the high ground. They've got the vision onto Roger. Glimpsing back in the field, but General's there immediately with a hook shot on the side of it. Repels down to Ramses.
The Doom's a big
force
target,
them away. Look at this base, though. Seneca's already gone in with the double. He's laid them down. There's no fortification.
God, look at the damage.
There's no fortification. He's going to be game over. It's done. NaVi push it to a game 3. Oh, he just walks in, drops the